Yes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so again, we're going to, oops, sorry. So you can see mine, and I don't think I showed you all this. This is when I didn't skip lines. And so I have old and I have new. And so these were some people that I had met, home office leads or for whatever reason. So I have their phone numbers there. And then what I did was was I coded them like left message, LM, or you could VM for voicemail. If I decide to text somebody, there's some of that later, I'll put text out beside it. Somebody today I was talking to, and I left them a voicemail, and then I emailed them. Because, you do want to do those two forms of contact. Hey, I just left you a voicemail or whatever. So I put a little check mark. Okay, if I'm done with that, check, done. This one I need to follow up. So I circled this one, and I'm going to follow up with this one in mid-April. And what we're going to do, and I think I'm going to get to this in a second here, but what we're going to do is when we have this dated out, mid-April, that's next month, when we have it dated out, then I can flip to mid-April and write her name down here. You know those contacts we forget all the time? Oh, darn, I was supposed to call them back. Where's that slip of paper? I don't know. Now it's in your notebook. So that will be an amazing, amazing tool for you. So we will get to that. So we have our codes for how we contacted them, for following up, for our action steps that we need to do. So like if I booked a show, I'm not going to stop making my phone calls. I'm going to keep making phone calls. And then when I'm finished with my phone calls, then I'm going to go, my action step, I need to go get her host packet ready. I need to get it in the mail. I need to get her set up online. But you don't want to stop that flow of those phone calls that you're making. Make
Do
sense?
you recommend this daily, weekly, monthly?
We're getting there. It depends. You'll figure it out based on your schedule. Okay? Because not everybody's going to want to do it every day. Okay? Or you probably should, but you don't have to. And real life does get in the way, right? We are trying to be real and keeping it real. Okay, so you're going to, I'm going to start reading here now. Make your list of names in this notebook the night before. This was huge to me, because how long do we spend there? Okay, well, who do I have to call? Oh, my hour time's gone. Darn, can't call anybody today because it's over. So the night before, plan out and say, okay, well, who am I going to call? So I have my list here of who I need to call. Here's my list of people that I need to call, made out already with their phone numbers ready to go. Remember to add your out and about new contacts that you meet today to your list to tomorrow's new contacts. So if I'm out at the grocery store and I give somebody a mini catalog and I get their name and their phone number, then I'm not going to just stick it on a Post-it note because those are going to get lost. I'm going to take that Post-it note information and I'm going to write it here, and I would, because I skipped a line, met her at Kroger, whatever. Next to each number, you're going to write the name and phone number, and then you're going to plan to do a power hour on any day that you don't have a show or any day that you plan to work in your office. So what is a power hour? Okay, we have to work in little pockets of time. I know lots of times people talk about how in the world do you do a full-time job and Pampered Chef. You have to work in little pockets of time. Okay, so a power hour, I'm going to talk about it as an hour first of all. So we're going to take 45 minutes to make phone calls. So I've made my list. I have my list of people that I'm going to contact. Okay, and I'm going to go through and start calling all these people. Okay, and that's why I've got my 15 people, or however many I have, that I'm going to go through. Call without interruption, and don't stop to do those other tasks. Don't stop to make those host packets and whatever. Just keep that flow. Move on to the next one.
The game is how many people can I call in 45 minutes?
That's right.
The name of the game.
That
How
is.
many can I call?
And you want to get as many as you can. Oh, did that. Okay, then at the end, so that's 45 minutes, then at that 15 minutes that remain, then that's when you're going to do those follow-up things, those making the host packets, setting them up online, those kinds of things. Make sense? Okay. Anything that you need to send them, if they say, hey, I want to find out a little bit more about whatever, that's when you would make that in your little follow-up notes. Now, if you can't work in a whole hour at a time, then you're going to block off 15 minutes. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. You would be shocked how much you can get done in 15 minutes. And you think, I do this all the time. I've only got 10 minutes. That's not, don't want to get on a phone call. Might just take too long. No, better not. how long does it take us, ladies and gentlemen, that need, it's time to empty the dishwasher? Oh, I'm gonna empty the dishwasher really quick while this is happening. Like a minute and a half, right? So think of all we can do in that little time period. Think of how much you can accomplish in 15 minutes. It's huge. Set yourself a little timer. Get your little clock timer from Pampered Chef. Stick it on your desk, 15 minutes, and don't stop until you do that. Make sense? Any questions? Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Where do we get the names to put in these lists?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad you're going to get to that in just a second. Where am I at? Hang on. You're going to get there, I promise. You just want to jump the gun all the time. You're that little anxious student. You're my little GT student.
How
aren't
can
you?
I do this?
Well, it's late and I wanna go home.
Okay.
So we need to move it.
So, did all that. Leave a message. Text, we already did that. See, I'm moving it. Then you're going to write your results. Show booked, whatever. And then again, like Cindy already told you, you're going to write the date and the start time and end time that you called so that you are going to start to realize, okay, 4 o'clock is a really good time to call. 12 o'clock is a really good time to call. 10 o'clock, nope, nobody was home. You're going to start to be able to calculate those numbers. So, making those notes, and then at the bottom of each page, okay, and what I did, because I'm still kind of learning my system too, is I kind of wrote this on the back of a page, but at the bottom, till I figured out what I was going to do, okay, go ahead and put it on your first page. Go ahead and flip to back to your first page.
So do you write date and time for each call, or just
Well,
that page?
this page is going to be one day.
It's gonna be like your power hour time.
This is going to be your, so on Friday, February 27th, 2015, from 12:45 to 1:30. So that was my time. Okay, my net result at the bottom, the number of calls that I made was 9. The number of people that I talked to was 7. So my contact ratio is 7 out of 9. It's pretty good.
That's really good.
Oh,
That's
really good.
unusual.
Yeah, it was. But I had specific people I was calling, so that helped. So number of calls, you're going to do that. So number of calls, the number you talk to, and then so you're going to do that as your ratio. How many people that you actually intended to call and talk to did you actually successfully talk to? And then the results, like I got a sale, I got a booking, whatever. You're going to
So
do
three
that.
things: number of calls you made, number of people you actually connected with, and results from the people you connected with. So those 3 things at the bottom of every single page.
You can add that later, of course. So just do that at there. So, but you do want to make those connections. You want to realize that because that is going to help you realize when is the best time to call, if I can, and it's going to help you if we only have an hour, we need to maximize that hour. Okay, so then if I figure out, so let's say that I talked to 15 people, or I called 15 people, 5 people were home, so my ratio is 5 out of 15, or 1/3, right? And out of that, I got 1 booking. Okay, so I talked to 5 people. I know I said that really quick. I'm sorry. I talked to 5 people, and I got 1 booking. So if I need 3 bookings, how many people do I have to call?
15.
15.
You gotta talk to them.
I got to talk to 15. Sorry, I have to talk to 15. I have to call 45, right? And that's a ratio. Is it always going to work out that way? No. Okay, but that gives you an idea. I called those 9 people. I didn't get any bookings, so I got to keep working. Got to keep working till I get those numbers. Everybody good?
As you record these and you start to work through this, you'll start to quickly realize what your actual ratios are. And every time I do a power hour, I need to talk to 5 people, or I need to talk to 8 people to get the results that you want. So you'll learn your ratios, and this is something we've never taught at Pampered Chef. This is new, but it will really help you moving forward to understand your own ratios.
Okay, and so then the
So
other
then
thing,
where to get all these numbers of the people I'm calling.
the other thing that you're going to learn is that you're going to get better as you do it over and over and over again. Okay? Okay. All right, so how, y'all are just bated breath, how am I going to find these people? You're going to do the 2 plus 2 plus 2 system. The 2 plus 2 plus 2. We can
So
remember
when I
that,
get
right?
someone on the phone, I'm gonna ask them to give me a number of 2 other people.
Totally, you can do that. You ask for a referral. That's one of the best ways to get people, Monique. That's very good. Okay, so this is a training that Cindy and I went to with Belinda Ellsworth, and she taught us this. This was another big light bulb moment for us. And so what we're going to do, first of all, and we will elaborate on this. This is what we're going to be talking about on the call next week, and then on the call and the bookings live that we're training that we handed out to you earlier. So the 2 plus 2 plus 2. So first of all, the first 2 is our 2-day call. Okay, our 2-day call. So if you have your notes page on your first page of your notebook, you might want to write this down. So our 2-day call, and this is going to be after they order or attend our show. Okay, our 2-day call after they order or they attend our show, and we're going to say thank you for ordering. Okay, so here's an example. It was a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for your order. And you pause, and you wait, and they're like, oh, well, you're welcome, thanks for calling me, because how many times do they get thank yous for actually ordering something? Okay, then you're going to say, if you have any questions or wish to add any items to your order, please give me a call. Or you could say, were there any items that you didn't get that you might like to add to your order? So thank you for your order. Pleasure to meet you, thank you. Were there any items that you would like to add to your order? And we got some interesting statistics. People leave a party not thinking about, oh man, I shouldn't have bought that. Thinking about, man, should I have bought that rock? She made that rock look really good. Really wish I got that rock. And they go home and the hubby says, well, why didn't you get the rock? And they're like, So when we call them, they might say, you know what, I might need that rock. That would be a good thing, right? I can handle that. So 8% of people will actually choose to add on to their order. And 20 to 25% of people will actually say, you know what, that party, let's go ahead and book that party. Right there on that 2-day call.
Okay,
Or
so
a few
ask
seconds at a
them
time.
if there's anything they want to add to the order, or if they want to have a show.
You say thank you for your order. Pleasure to meet you, thank you for your order. Pause. And then you say, just wanted to say, see if you had any questions. And see if there's anything that you would like for me to add to your order. You find your word choice. Make sense?
You know, and if they say, gosh, you know, there were additional things I wanted, then that's your opportunity to say, well, we could either add them to the order, but gosh, I'd love to get your friends together and you could get them free,
There you go.
you know? A lot of people will book after the fact that would not book the night of the party. Okay, a lot of people, but we don't make that call to them. So we're gonna try to teach you all to make that call and make it timely so that you get results.
They get, if I book if they book a show, what do they get, what does the hostess get?
A future party pick. They get to pick anything at 50% off when that person has their party.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. Okay, so then the next 2 is going to be our 2-week call. 2 weeks. We've got 2 days, 2 weeks. And our 2-week call is going to be, hey, did you get your Pampered Chef products? What do you think? Have you used them yet? You have any questions? That's it.
It's just a service call.
Just a service call. Making sure they've got their products, that they've used them. Now, if you know your host hasn't delivered their products yet, you might want to call your host first and then make sure they get on that. So that's all the second call is for. And then finally, the 2-month call. You're going to pick a featured item of the month or share the current specials. And you're going to just follow up with them. It's just another service call and just touching base with them. It was a pleasure to meet you. We met at Janet's party. Hope you're loving your Pampered Chef products. I'm calling my preferred customers right now and just letting you know that I'm placing a special order for our monthly host special, the Mother's Day specials. If you've seen those on the website, the Mother's Day sets that they have at a discounted rate. I'm placing a special order for trifle bowl glass, a shimmering glass platter set. When you package them in your head as a set, doesn't even have to be discounted, they're more likely to buy it because they don't have to think about what to buy. But the trifle bowl and the shimmering glass platter, they're set to display